Why are you holding them apart? Asked Suku. Because that's the length of fabric my wife asked me to bring home from the shops. Why are you on the ground then? Asked Prince Vera. Surely the fabric shop is not down there. I slipped on a banana peel, said the man. I can't get up without moving my hands, and if I move my hands, I'll forget the measurement. Prince Vera and Suku helped the man up without holding his hands and asked that he too come with him. Our job is done here, said Vera. Let's go to the palace. But, said Suku, they only had 3 fools with them. Vera had promised the king he would find 5. Trust me, said Vera. Suku smiled. Vera must have something up his sleeve. When they reached the palace, the king was pacing the gardens impatiently. There you are, he said. I'm sure you found no fools in my kingdom. I have found 5 soon enough, your highness, said Vera. The king looked at the woman who was crying for her ring, the farmer on the donkey, and the man with his hands held far apart. Vera explained why he had brought them. There are only 3, said the king. Have you failed? You haven't counted all the fools, said Vera. In addition to the 3 I brought, you already know the other 2. The king looked puzzled. The 4th fool is me, your majesty, for going on an errand to fetch fools, said Vera. And the 5th fool is you, who got taken in by the words of a poet and believed that your kingdom could have no fools. Suku gasped. Had Vera crossed the line? He had just called the king a fool. The king was silent. The garden was quiet, except for the call of birds returning home to roost. Suddenly, the king erupted into laughter, startling the 3 people that Vera had brought to the palace. You're right, as usual, my dear son, said the king. I was blinded by the praise of the poet. I had forgotten that it takes all sorts to make a kingdom. We can't all be brave, wise, and funny. Yes, said your majesty. No, yes, your majesty, said Prince Vera. No one is wiser than you. That evening, as they walked back to the palace, Prince Vera hoped that he, too, would be as humble and wise as his father, and that his best friend Suku would be by his side to point out his faults without fear. The end.